Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we're talking Harry and this visa. You guys, I have so many thoughts on this, and you know what? I brought him out of retirement. Can you believe Jay's priorities lately? Having to work? Ugh, the nerve of that guy. Sheesh. No, but I brought him here with me so we could get our thoughts out about this ridiculous situation going on with Harry's visa. So say hi to everybody.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, this is Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes, on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, so we did another video last week about this visa situation, and more news is coming out that we just thought, you know what, we want to talk about this again. Before we do, Jay, do you want to give a little disclaimer to everybody?
So, yeah, big disclaimer. This involves the government, but we do not want to get political because no matter what we say, it's going to make half the people mad. And honestly, in real life, we're pretty much down the middle.
Both sides get it wrong.
Both, yeah. I'm personally, I'm just so exhausted listening to everybody yell at each other. It's become a left versus right thing when it's clearly a top versus bottom thing. See who's getting bribed. Look where the money's coming from. There's the real end boss of the of the video game. Mm-hmm. So, but that's all. I'm not going to get political. You know, everybody's allowed to have their opinion. You know, be civil discourse. Remember that. I don't know. Maybe it seems like in the past 20 years, it's just like gotten worse. But maybe that's just because that's when I could vote. I don't know. Anyways, not political.
Yeah. So the reason he's saying this is because Biden is mentioned in this article, and I know people have strong opinions, so we're not going to get political, but I'm in total agreement with everything you just said. Wow, believe that. Jay smiling from ear to ear. Now, it seems to be a top versus bottom thing. This is something that we keep talking about is, so they have all this money, so they're able to just basically do whatever they want, and we'll talk about it because the article gets a little nuts, and it's just crazy at this point. But the article we're citing here is from Daily Mail, and it says, U.S. officials block release of Prince Harry's U.S. visa files, but conservative think tank threatens to sue and blast zero transparency Biden administration.
And again, not getting political because whoever did it, why the secrecy?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it seems pretty clear the easiest way to solve your visa issue is with a bigger visa, the platinum card with the unlimited credit. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing. That's probably basically what happened.
So here's what I'm understanding and thinking about this whole thing. Okay. So these idiots get into a near catastrophic car chase in New York that can't be proven. Nobody else has come forward. No other information. It's bullshit, right? It's bullshit. And there seem to be no repercussions whatsoever. You can just make up a car chase, tie up police departments for hours, and nothing happens. And then in this case, a judge, if I understand correctly, the judge had ordered, okay, yeah, you know, let's let this think tank go ahead in their quest to figure out how he answered these questions on the visa application. But now the government's like, nah, we don't have to do that. Let's not do that. So again, and Jay and I were talking about this. It's like if the government or what, if a judge ordered us, you know, hey, you have to fill out these forms, and we just said, nah, we don't feel like doing that. We're not going to be doing that. Just like, you know, making up the car chase, we'd be in jail. We would be in jail and have the biggest fines ever and be in like all the red tape that ever existed. But not for these two. They keep making shit up and coming out unscathed.
U.S. officials have rejected a request to make Prince Harry's visa file public amid questions over whether he lied about his past drug use. Lawyers for the Heritage Foundation went to court last week to try and force the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, to speed up its response to their Freedom of Information Act request about the Duke of Sussex. And that was one of the first things I thought of. Like, you could do a Freedom of Information request and probably get the information. And it sounds like that's what they're doing, but probably not going to get a lot of cooperation. I'm sure it's going to get lost on somebody's desk for years. Judge Carl Nichols refused to issue an injunction urging the U.S. government to give an answer to the conservative think tank one way or the other by Tuesday, June the 13th. But on Wednesday, its lead attorney, Samuel Dewey, shared a letter from DHS Senior Director Jimmy Wolfrey in which he refused to confirm or deny that he had the Duke's papers on file. I guess they got lost in the mail. To the extent records exist, this office does not find a public interest in disclosure sufficient to override the subject's privacy interests. My privacy, he wrote. The merits of releasing Harry's visa application were not discussed at last week's hearing in Washington, D.C. It means the conservative think tank will now have to use further legal means to force the DHS to release the files. And files, to the side. I mean, where could we go, like as normal people? Like, could we go to the UK and basically create a bunch of hysteria in the newspaper and essentially make false statements, and then at the end be like, oh yeah, and then write a book where I'm like, oh yeah, I like drugs, and then the UK's like, yeah, come on in. I don't think that would happen. And honestly, I have no skin in the game. I mean, he's going to go where he's going to go, where he's, royalty, I guess. I mean, I guess the one benefit of being here is the thing that he doesn't seem to like, the First Amendment. As long as he's got free speech, he can still be saying stupid shit, and I'm here for it.
Exactly. I'm just stuck on this idea. Again, this article wasn't the clearest, but if I'm understanding correctly, Judge says, hey, all right, you got to turn over this information. And the lawyers and the government are like, nah, we don't have to do that. What? What in the world? Where do we live? What is going on here? Again, imagine me, just a normal nobody, you know what I mean, that creates chaos, like Jay said, and havoc, and then just ignores a judge's orders. Like, nah, I don't need to do that. It's totally fine. What is happening here?
Clearly it relates to your unconscious bias. My privacy is the most important thing. And so just give us a few more weeks for our new Netflix documentary detailing this whole ordeal.
So in an angry statement posted online, the Heritage Foundation's Niall Gardner hit out at the decision. This argument makes no sense, but is not surprising coming from the zero transparency current administration. Don't get political. The Department of Homeland Security's efforts to stonewall the Heritage Foundation's Freedom of Information request are unacceptable, and we will be, contesting their position. So as discussed in our other video about this, what they're trying to find out is how Harry answered the questions about his past substance use. It came after Harry confessed to taking an array of substances in his recent memoir, Spare. Under U.S. law, admission of substance taking can be grounds to dismiss a visa application. Oh, you guys, nothing's going to come of this. Nothing will happen. Business as per usual for these two, but I'm really stuck on this. I just wonder how many times Mr. and Mrs. Smollett can get away with this crap. How many things can they make up? How many things can they lie about? I know, that's like an unending list, but how many things can they publicly lie about, get caught about, and nothing happens? Again, where are the repercussions from the Oprah interview? That's pretty much it for the article, but I'm not done ranting. Hey, Jay, on our next date night, what crime should we go commit? Because apparently there's no consequences for anybody.
I don't know. Let's kill 5 guys.
Oh, God. No, let's not do that.
Okay.
You mean 5 Guys the hamburgers?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
let's destroy some hamburgers.
Yes.
Wink, wink. That was probably his defense. So it's like, Harry, like, what's about snorting things in your book? He's like, oh, that was a joke. And they're like, oh, okay. I mean, and that's what it boils down to. I mean, throw enough money at it, the problem goes away. Rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wow. That's it for the article, but I'm not done talking because, Jay, there's something very important I need you to talk about on mic. You ready? What was your reaction to my new nickname for him, Mopey Dick? Oh, and one of you guys had the best responses. His name now is Mopey Dick, also Chelsea's ex, that's good too, but Mopey Dick. And then somebody called her, are you ready? Bishmael in the comments. It's so good. Mopey Dick and Bishmael.
That made me laugh when you originally told me, and as you were reading that, I'm sitting here trying to think of more puns, but That book didn't have enough pictures in it, so I don't remember reading the whole thing. But we could call her Captain Cash Grab.
Wow, that's good. Wow, yeah, that's actually really good, Captain Cash Grab. Guys, we're frustrated too. They really are the worst. But again, once you I don't know, once you hook up in Hollywood, it's a free for all. You can do whatever you want. It's fine. See, Alec Baldwin. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. We can't wait to commit some crimes and try to get away with some stuff. But Jay, tell everybody what crimes we're going to commit and where to find you.
I have a literary crime because I just thought of one more pun.
Oh, tell me.
Instead of Queequeg, me Meg.
Oh, wow.
That's all I got. That's all I remember from the book. I know two. There's the captain, there's Queequeg, there's the mill. I mean, not the mill, the whale. I can't speak.
Ishmael.
I haven't, yeah, Ishmael the mill. I have not been on microphone long. Don't remember talk how. Anyways, you can find me on YouTube as Dr. Bad Vibes and sometimes on Twitch. I play video games.
And commit crimes.
I don't commit crimes. Let me in your country, please.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Can't wait to bring you more crap like this. Yeah, Moby Dick and Bishmael. And what did you, Cash Grab. Captain Cash Grab. That's good too. All right, guys, have the best day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.